When it comes to battery generators, it is super difficult to stand out, unless of course you're the brand new EcoFlow Delta Pro 3. Now this isn't just some regular power station with a few bells and whistles. This is truly a groundbreaking product because finally, inside a single portable unit, you can get both 120 volt and 240 volt power. And in this video, we'll be checking out all those features, but we'll be doing cool things like charging an electric motorcycle, weathering a storm where a tornado just hit the state of New Hampshire, and trying out all of those functions to make sure they really do the job. From the outside, you can see the similarity to the old model, but they've upgraded things like the color and design, but it's also slightly wider and unfortunately a bit heavier, but you're probably not going to care because they've also upgraded both the output and the battery capacity. This thing can now output 4,000 watts of electricity along with 4 kilowatts of battery storage using, of course, lithium iron phosphate batteries. But what I am most excited about is the output. Finally, a single unit that doesn't need a dual voltage hub, but it also, of course, has 2 USB 100 watt C ports, along with 2 USB-A and 4 standard 120 volt outlets. And the best part, the 240 volt outlets. 240 volts allows you to connect directly to an interlock transfer switch, and you can also run things like very heavy duty heaters, air conditioners, and things like well pumps. And right before I did this review, we got hit with a lightning storm that also knocked out the power. We even had a tornado here in New Hampshire, which is pretty much unheard of. Now, if you watch my channel, you already know that I have an EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra in my house, but here I'm in my workshop and I am using the Delta Pro 3 to power this entire shop using my transfer switch. If you want to know how I installed that, I have a separate video that I'll link in the upper right-hand corner. The outage only lasted about 5 hours, but it worked perfectly and allowed me to truly test that 240 volt outlet out. It's a different world nowadays, and oftentimes you may be using one of these battery generators to charge up another battery. Here we've got a 3.1 kilowatt hour battery that goes to an electric motorcycle, but I'm also going to try to charge the Delta Pro 3 while I'm outputting power to charge the other battery. Here I'm running the charger to the motorcycle. It's using about 600 watts of output, but I'm also inputting 1600 watts of input, charging it off of the house power, so the unit is able to do output and input at the same time. I will be showing this in an upcoming video, and I think you'll find this machine pretty unique. Another fantastic part of this device is you can charge it so many different ways. Now they've put all of the ports on the back of the device, and fortunately those rubber doors are finally gone. Each of these flips down and it goes right into the box. Starting with your AC input, of course you can plug it into a 120 volt or a 240 volt charging source for ultra fast charging in under an hour. You've got 2 solar input charging ports capable of charging this device at up to 2600 watts. Now these other ports are battery expansion ports, because like the original Delta Pro, you can connect additional batteries, and using this port you can even connect multiple Delta Pro 3s together, or connect to their integrated house panel if you want to tie this into your home directly. You can connect 3 of these together for a maximum output of 12,000 watts and add additional batteries capable of expanding the unit to 48 kilowatts of storage. That is a crazy amount that you can expand one of these. The Delta Pro 3 has a number of kind of secret doors on the sides, expanding this unit even further. You can get a standard RV 120 volt 30 amp port for plugging into your camper or something else. On the opposite side, you've got another magnetic door, and underneath you've got an Anderson power pole capable of 12 volts and 30 amps. And considering this unit's small physical size, it is super impressive how many ports are inside. I don't think there is any type of port this unit is actually lacking. Now most people aren't going to expand this thing to its maximum output. This will be much more typical, buying 1 or 2 batteries, and of course these plug right in the back. It's all plug and play. You can use the app to monitor each battery separately, and it does automatically distribute the power of the batteries, meaning that you don't have to worry about where you pull it from. It will automatically balance it between the internal battery and the expansion battery. Another crazy feature of this Delta Pro 3 is they've also introduced a brand new smart generator. Now this is critical because if you tie this into the Delta Pro 3, you can also extend the runtime by automatically firing up that dual fuel generator whenever the batteries get low. The original EcoFlow Delta Pro became a huge bestseller because it was affordable and they packed in a ton of features, but its kind of Achilles heel was the lack of 240 volt without buying 2 units along with a dual voltage hub. Now all of that is over. It also has the benefit of being small enough that you can put it in your RV and still switch it into your house when you need it for power backup. There is currently